Hey everybody, Rhadamant here. Thanks for tuning in to RimWorld Survival. So last we left off, we were recovering from some additional sappers, and I suspect that we are going to just keep getting sappers, because that seems to be just about close to 100% of what the kind of raids we are being faced with, which is obnoxious, but like, you know, it's what it is. You all voted that I defend the home tile no matter what, and apparently 100% sapper is exactly what. I'm okay with this. So what we need to do is we need to start cranking out, let's see, I need to empty out the kill box here, of weapons that should get smelted down for resources. We are going to start rearming the traps, as you can see. And then we'll have them nice and set up. Sam Am mentioned that I should put some sandbags here to protect when I have those doors open. And that's a very good idea, so I'll go ahead and do that. I also had some other tips. Another one was to move the beds away from this exploding door because it gets targeted constantly and always. So I'm going to go ahead and do that as well. Going to redesign my barracks just a tiny bit to accommodate. Alright, Janes, you aren't having a mental breakdown, so I'm going to have you cremate. I want to get rid of these bodies before they start rotting, because rotted bodies really do plague on the mood, which is something I'd really preferably like to avoid. Alright, so Falu's almost done. I could have just caravan that out, but he's almost done with getting the stuff out of there. Another thing, my mega screen TV probably could move. Alright. Making sure that everybody is nice and productive. We are getting fine meals once again, which is great. Yumiko, your needs are mostly being met. You're going to be recruited pretty soon and then renamed. We've got 3 flat days on the clock here. Alright, James is getting the last 2 bodies out of there. And Aggro should be cranking out the shells, and he is. Perfect. I forgot to attribute whoever mentioned it, but it was mentioned that I should move these beds away from the back wall. I kind of, in comments, said, oh, I don't really need to worry about that, and then thought it over and was like, maybe I do. So I apologize that I'm not accrediting you with your own idea. But I mean, no offense by it. Alright, so these main traps are set up. We just need 2 more to get this wired up the way we want to. Janes, break this down. Move this light. Actually, move the light there. And then we're going to move these beds away from the wall that almost always gets destroyed. So, Janes and Poppy get that bed. Stormy and 11 get this bed, and Tony gets this one. I probably shouldn't have broken down that bed I just broke down, because we're inevitably going to get some additional people. So high explosive trap. Oh, Cephalo's moving the shells. Good. That'll work. Let's just keep smelting, because we have high need for steel. Where'd you put those shells? Oh, you put those shells in store. Okay, James is hooking them up. Where'd those shells go? Oh, over here by the, okay, that makes sense. Alright, trap is reset. I'm going to clear the home zone so we don't bother cleaning up in there. Mostly because we don't really need to bother with that. Let's go ahead, James. You are going to, you don't have a lot of carry weight, but you're going to move some of those smeltables in a caravan Who's major? Cephalo's major breaking. Let's see. Who else can, who else has better carry weight? Form carry ban, Cephalo or Semph? Alright, let's add Semph. Semph, what are you working on? He's probably... Oh, no, he's ready to go. Alright, Semph. You're gonna help do some more emptying out. I could just have them haul one by one. It would just take an extraordinary amount of time, which is why I'm forcing it like this. So I have a desire to be tidy, essentially. And your health is only initial. Okay, yep, you're fine. Alright, Stormy, you can go do what you want. Next raid should be here probably any second now. Not that I want it to be, but that's been the pattern. Constant attacks. Cephalo. What I'm going to do is... Let's hook everybody up with better meds. Man, there is a lot of goods here. This turret... Oh, no, okay. I just couldn't see the cables under the debris and rubble. That's kind of funny. I mean, if... Yeah, I don't know how funny that is, but I find it funny. That I've got so much rubble that you can't even see the power networks. We've got a lot of nice explosives, so the next few raids we could just up and explode if we need to. And not have to deal with the dangers of the fighting. There's just so much stuff that all these raids have brought to us. Alright, so now you're at minor. Semph, I'm going to let you relax. Let's add Kazumi, because she never normally hauls. Sometimes the incapable of dumb labor people, I just love to force them to do labor. Especially dumb labor. And my smelting station is producing all of the steel that I was hoping it would. Because, oh, here comes the raid. Mechanoids landing on top of me. I don't like that at all. Luckily, it seems like these guys are landing just outside. Okay, so we had one crashing in and busting holes, but most of them are just outside. Fortunately for me, Mechanoids don't sap. Not normally, so what I need to do is, I don't know what, actually this Mechanoid is in a weird position where it can't even reach me. So, let's get you guys set up. I don't know what kind of Mechanoid it is, but I'll set up for worst case scenario here. And let Cephalo sleep through it. Semph, I'm actually going to let you go. I don't need a mental break out of you. Stormy, go here. Alright, this is a kind of a dangerous thing for Kazumi to do. Because it was a centipede. Oh boy. Alright, so I opened the door for the centipede, so it wouldn't just bash its way into me. And I'm going to turn everything on. Everything angry, boom booms, etc. Now, most of these Lancers are going to get shredded real quick. The one thing I need to worry about is the durability, because we've got some centipedes at point blank. This will help my plasteel. It's kind of a weird silver lining, I guess. But it'll help my plasteel amount that I've got. I'm just laying into the pause button just to make sure that I am managing damage appropriately. This is so funny that they busted in here. I'll just eventually close that back up. Ooh, James. I think your vest just took a bunch of hits. Alright, so this thing doesn't have a lot of oomph left in it. It should be down. Okay, it's down. The other one's down. This was better than Sapper's, so we do have one idiot. Oh no, we have a few idiots. Where possibly could they be entering from? I don't think I have an open point of ingress anywhere in my base. I'm going to let everyone go. And I'm going to power down the autocannons. Knowing that we still have, what, 2 left? Yeah, we have the Lancer and the Centipede. Oh, sorry, Janes. Actually, Janes, let's just have you do that. Tennessee is pregnant. Alright. What are you going out to? Oh, you're disassembling mechs? Cool. What the hell? Oh, yes, I put her on caravan. Oh my god, I'm dumb. And I forgot, because the raid came in. Alright, so she left the map. I'll have her re-enter in a minute. Once, the mechs situation is resolved. I suspect that they just walk all the way around and re-enter the way they exited. These guys will re-enter the kill box the way I want them to. I hope. Alright, so forget this door. That door is not going to be useful anymore. We are going to, we're walling it up. Because it has overhead exposed tiles now. Not another one. Yeah, here comes that Lancer, and then the Centipede is taking a while, but that's totally fine too. Alright, so the overhead areas are now blocked up. That Lancer's gonna die. And then the Centipede will eventually die too. Alright. Kazumi, you're gonna re-enter. Semph, you're having a mental breakdown. Assignments. Semph to lavish meals. Follows her. Okay, yeah. You are protected. Actually, go for the walls first. Centipede. I like how there's no more combat music. Even though there's still Centipede out there. Alright, well, we got lucky there because there's Overhead Mountain. And the Overhead Mountain is stopping most of the attackers from being able to pause straight into the base. So one found a hole, but most of them did not. Alright, and then we have this last Inferno Centipede that is getting shredded and ripped up. Turning off all the turrets as a result. And we just need to rearm them and do some simple maintenance. Nothing all that complicated. Nothing all that you know, rigorous. Alright, sorry Kazumi. I was meaning for you to haul, but not quite as nasty as I did. As far as incendiary shells... Okay, incendiary shells, yeah, we could really suspend that. High explosive shells, yeah, let's crank it out to 6. That's fine. But aggro, if you haul the steel, you'll be able to shell a little bit better. Alright, Semphin' lavish meal is better. Kazumi re-entered and is really close. That's very, very comforting. She could have been on the opposite corner and been very irritated, but she re-entered pretty much where we wanted her to. But she's not done. Sorry, Kazumi. Form caravan. This time I won't forget that you're caravanning, because I think I kind of want to load this Doomsday Launcher and some of this other stuff into caravan here. We are at weight capacity now. And let's not forget about her. She's probably somewhat irradiated. Minor, yeah. Poppy, you're going to swap in. Kazumi, you're done. It's not fun looking at the whole bunch of skeletons down here. But that's not fun for would-be raiders either. Alright, Poppy. We are going to have you... That wasn't too much stuff. Drop your stuff off. Keep helping with the load. Someone was a wake-up addict. That will be nice. It's a lot of wake-up I don't have to make then. We have a lot of stuff to melt down. Keep that smelter at full heat. No rest for the smelter. Alright, we're already too heavy. That's part of the problem of being well geared is you know, you get encumbered pretty quick. Oh my god, there's so many more. At this point, I don't even need to, like, deep drill for steel anymore. I just melt down the weapons that all these raiders brought me. I'll check on the T- for the our ETA in a minute here. I'm just trying to load up as much as I can. We have 2 days left. That's probably roughly 2 raids left. I've been holding out pretty good. Alright, how was your health? Oh, your health is still fine, but your needs, they're okay. Getting a whole lot of wake up. 20, okay. We have some mechs to break down. Still a bunch of weapons in that kill box as well. Alright, this might be her last run. Oh my god. An arsenal. Alright, that's good enough. Actually remember to cut the caravanning. Look at all that beautiful, beautiful steel that we're getting back. All right. Whew. Trying to tidy up a little bit. Alright, that benefits some beds. Not all of them, but whatever. Oh no, we have pretty much all of them benefiting now. Alright, let's do a quick health check. Really? Nobody needs to be limited. Guess Poppy and Semph, it couldn't hurt, so let's go, I guess, restrict Poppy and Semph. But they're not that bad off. Let's mostly worry about tidying up in the areas that we're constantly having to stand. We are really doing a really good job of tidying up, I gotta say. There's not too many bodies out here, despite the probably literally hundreds of people that have tried to attack us. Some of those centipedes would be good to smelt down. Our acid's almost fully healed. Aggro's melting down lancers for resources. This will provide our community with necessary plasteel and stuff like that. Stormy, what are you doing? Don't bother cleaning that. I don't want them walking over the traps often, or really at all. Alright, we're gonna put the steel where it needs to be, so that we can rearm and retool and repair quickly. And here's another raid. So, tribals. Oh boy, I did not realize you guys were out here building up your radiation so nastily. Alright, so tribals, and they're dumb tribals. They're just gonna walk on in. I guess this is good use for guns. Guns, guns, and more guns. So let's get everybody prepped and ready. Getting them queued up. Just making sure that I'm not going to be walking anywhere that's unhealthy for me. I'm gonna try to just use steel for no, don't do it. Don't do that. Don't do that. It's not allowed. I mean, there's a lot of them. How many enemies are there? 74 enemies? But I've got such a base that I'm not all that concerned. Power that on. Power these on. I'm probably not going to use this bait turret, because that would get destroyed right quick. My only concern with this fight is, I don't know. Maybe I don't really have concerns about this fight. Cefalu. Let's set you to craft. Have you work that smelter. Jins, you're still back here. That's my fault. Let's get you out here then. Alright, here we go. Now the purpose of having my brawlers here is maybe we can attract some tribals in. I'm actually going to open the door for them and we're going to annihilate them when they... Oh, really? You're gonna stand right there? Okay. And this is 2 different groups, so they're going to flee separately. Poppy. I don't like that. Alright, this group is fleeing. Let's go ahead and turn off the turrets. I don't want to have to clean up any more bodies than I already have to. I'm turning everyone else off of fire at will. What are the other groups coming in? Dinosaur. Let's go deal with Dinosaur. Alright, they're dealt with. I think what I'll do is Poppy, move down there. Kazumi, you move down there. Tony here. Alright, they're coming in. So, fire at will again. Turn the turrets back on. This is a pretty easy raid. And this is why I did not want a peace accord with the tribals, because they make for very easy kills. Semp, you're at major break. I'm going to let you go. Who's the idiot? Oh, you're attacking some random wall. Good for you. I probably should not have left that door open, but oh well. The injuries I have are just superficial. Almost entirely all superficial. I forgot to make everyone fire at will. Zumi, I'm going to dismiss you. These guys should be fleeing any second now. And there they go. Conserve ammo. I will brawl out the last few that are trying to break into my base. But other than that... Oh, you should be off. Other than that, not worry about it. Alright, well that's a big old cleanup, but like, not all that difficult as far as difficulty goes for raiders. And all of my wounds are super superficial. I'm gonna remind everyone not to flee, because they don't need to. Get some medical care going on. Oh, wow, that was not a lot of time. Not a lot of cooldown time. So here's the thing. Yeah. Alright. Boom rats, 20 and 21. Oh god, this, if I can time it right, will be so good. Because they're right next to the ship. I would love for them to get killed by whatever's in that ship. So I'm going to try to land some boom rats there. And have the ship take care of them. Alright, I'm not even going to wait for the third one. Because it is very time sensitive. So this is yet another Sapper raid. Taking a look at them. Those guys are gonna blade sap, I guess. These guys... Okay, pod arrived. You two. Oh god, they walked away. Yep, they walked away. Alright, so go back to pets. They're gonna die en route, but you know, whatever. A whole bunch of blade sappers. Do we end up getting... No, we did not. Tony. Let's get some tending to, because I don't have a lot of time. Where we have a new group of sappers. Now, the idea here is just to shoot the ones with the blades. The ones that are going to try to crack into my base. And force them into the kill box. The kill box, I think, has enough ammunition to keep going for another fight. At least that's the hope. Low on food, huh? Alright, yep, that is definitely true. I have a lot of rice, so soon we are going to be making simple meals. Out of vegetarian. Alright, the people that do not need healing really ought to get into position. Oh, little Camino. So you are going to go the long way. Janes. I'm trying to tend to everybody real quick. But I need to get people to the walls. Stormy. I'm going to have Tony do it. Making sure we don't have mental breaks. Alright, so here's their sappers, and I want to tear through them real fast so that they're forced to just sort of go into my kill box. Because the sappers tend to be way out ahead. So Kazumi, or Acid rather, you got healed up. Poppy's getting healed up now. Don't know who their other sapper is. Maybe it's Ty with the knife. Alright. Poppy, you got patched. Tony, you're waiting. Tend to Kazumi. And then self-tend. Oh, let's kill Ra. Okay, they're here. Should not have gone out there. Dump. Oh, man. I just got shot through a wall for a lot of damage. Not a big fan of that. Tony. Tend yourself. Kazumi, we need you here. Maybe. Alright, so they are coming into the kill box because I've been killing their sappers and taking them out of the equation. Semph, I'm just going to patch you up. without meds. The ones coming into the kill box, I didn't see any like Doomsday-like weapons on them, so we should be pretty good to not even use the uranium. Boomrat died. Yeah, I know. From behind. Okay. Acid, you got a neck bruise. So mostly now just making sure that they don't really sap anywhere. So one group's fleeing, the other group needs to be taught that I'm boss. And the other group is dead. Or fleeing, rather. Alright, turning off these turrets. It's too bad. There was a very small opportunity to trigger that that poison ship. And it just didn't really work out. Alright, Semph, your really bad injuries are healed up. Oh, they got through. Oh, here's the other boom rat. Healthy and coming back to us. Quit hitting my doors. Stupid power armor. He's gonna make it through, isn't he? He'll die out there. Alright, let's go ahead and rebuild these. Hello, Boomrat. Quite a journey you had. Orders. Allow all. Alright, what, how am I doing? I've got 1 day left. I feel like I'm doing alright. Stormy, you should be unconscripted. Alright, doors are back. Well, they will be in a second. Who needs treatment? Stormy needs treatment and Acid needs treatment. Semph. James is hurt and waiting in bed. Tony, you can tend to that. No, I was like, who is that? Marriage spot. Should really be over here now. Same with the party spot. I don't know why I didn't notice that earlier. Alright, hired gun. Alright, still beautiful here, even though it's not super clean. We got a bunch of turrets now that need reloading. James, Kazumi, Semph. Okay, you're patching up. Bunch of people that have little wounds. Nothing too bad. Gonna tell Acid that he can do what he wants. Oh, and he wants to take off his pants. We have spare pants, though, so that's good. Yeah, let's make that duster. That'll be a good one. It's a wise choice, Acid. Make sure you don't have a mental break. Mental breaks are fairly fatal. Out here on the rim. Alright, so the dusters we can allow for... Actually, we can allow for wool now. You're trying to sleep. That seems like a very reasonable thing to do, unless I give you wake up and make you keep working. Trying to make sure that everyone has the necessary defensive clothing and all that. Alright, Kuzumi's working on tea. 17 hours. Alright, that's probably a raid, if that. I can dig it. Looks like I need to expand the types of weapons that I am smelting, because we got a lot of rifles here that I'm simply not using. So let's expand that smelt weapon. Ranged assault rifle. Okay, some people are getting fully healed. That's really good. Alright, getting the clothings back up. Aggro is making flak vests, because I think we've gone through a few. Stormy, if you're hungry and you know it, you better eat. You need treatment, you're going to self-tend. Actually, Tony, where are... yeah, you're tending to them already. Oh, Semph got a infection to the leg. That's not great. He's going to be out of commission for probably the remainder of the reactor raids. We'll let him heal up. Doing a quick radiation check. Guess we're okay. Semph's not doing so hot, but everybody else is sort of okay. Alright, Yumiko has a little mood. Tidy up her prison cell a little bit. One of the issues is she's going to be constantly pacing in there, so that doesn't make for... I mean, that makes for a dirty situation. And he's high mental break, too. Gotta be careful with that. Alright, while you're out here, might as well repair those other two. Thank you. So, follow, what are you... Oh, yeah. Alright. There's a, You're tantruming. Well. It would have been better if you had stayed inside. Your rad buildup doesn't really allow you a lot of leeway out here. That's okay. We are 7 hours away from being done. The nightmare soon to be over. Actually, it wasn't a nightmare. I fared much more nicely than I thought I would. I mean, it was hard, and I'm sure there was elements of luck involved. I got very lucky about the types of attacks and how prepared I was and all that, but... could have been worse. Alright, food binge, because you're sick. You're binging on all the lavish meals, so that's not cool. Let's launch, or load, rather, the lavish meals into the pod. You can binge on... oh, medical emergency. Alright, we'll put you on no rads. Checking medical... yeah, you're the only one with huge risk. Semph is done punching things. Aggro, what I'm going to have you do... oh, this is the lavish meals. Let's not launch that. Is to... we are going to gift some stuff to neighbors. To repair our relationship. Because I stole Yumiko out from under them. And they're not that happy about that. Alright, that's a gift bag, if I've ever seen one. Well, we're going to get food poisoning if we don't tidy this up a little bit. There we go. ETA is 3 hours. Still possibility for one more raid, but I'm feeling pretty secure at this point. I would normally be ending the episodes right around now, but I'm going to have them go a little bit longer, so I don't have this, like, will we have another raid cliffhanger? I'll play this out. It's really not that much longer. 2, 1, and done. Reactor is ready. Alright guys, well, I hope you enjoyed this crazy episode. If you have any tips, tricks, feedback for me, drop me a line. Pretty soon I'll be making a call out to my patrons about what series takes place next, replacing Tomb World once it ends. Thank you so much for watching this episode and supporting this series. I'll catch you all later. Thanks for watching. Adios.